Hey, what's up everybody? Today we have a really cool car on the schedule. We have this 1948 Ford. I don't know what model it is. But look at that. So cool. So what we're doing is a two-step correction. I've already done my test spot. And the cool thing about single stage paint like this is it shines up so freaking nicely. I'm very excited. So first thing we're gonna do is wash it. And I did find a little trick, and hopefully my generator's not too loud. Using these non-scratch scouring pads, it's got oxidation on it. It's very dusty, oxidized, dirty, whole 9 yards. If you wash it, then use these, what it does is it pulls that top layer of oxidation off. So let's get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and start washing it. After we wash it, I'll go into exactly what tools and products that I'm using to polish it and get this result right there, because that is fantastic. So after I wash it, I'll go into all of that. But first we need to get all this dirt and oxidation, top layer of oxidation off. Now one thing I will mention is it does have some, go on focus, it does have some crow's feet here and there. And crow's feet, basically what that is the paint is cracking. And there's nothing that we can do to fix that. I already told him about it, completely fine. So let's get into the wash. The wash is normal, except for the scouring pad step. And I might not even do that step. I just bought it just in case. Because I was doing some research. But we're gonna wash it like normal. Nothing really too fancy. You'll notice I've got my shirt with a buff on it because I don't like breathing in dust. But I think that this product versus that shows proof in the pudding. So let's get started. All right, nothing very complicated about this. Obviously, we're just washing it, get the dirt off, get the top layer of that oxidation off, and then we're gonna get into the fun part. So just go speed through this. See you in a second. I got so excited about polishing the paint that I almost forgot to wash the wheels. So, I'm gonna do that real quick. Now I'm just using S&N wheel and tire wash cleaner, whatever. It's fantastic stuff, but S&N, I know they're not everywhere. Dark Fury wheel cleaner or Suds Labs non-acid wheel cleaner from Walmart, they all work fantastically. Now the biggest thing I like to have with wheel cleaners when I can is dwell time. So I got my buckets filling up right now over there. What I'm gonna do is let this just sit there for a little bit. They're older, so it'll definitely help a lot. Anyway, this is not very interesting. Just wash the wheels. I'm gonna do that real quick. Now I forgot to mention that this is a repaint, just factory color, just a repaint. So I think this paint's about 30 years old, not actually 70 years old. Now I'm only going to use this scouring pad on the really heavy areas of oxidation. So like the roof and the top of the fenders and stuff like that. The rest of it doesn't really need it. So be warned. I am out of soap. I'm gonna have just enough. Come on. Now, full disclosure, this is the first car with single stage paint that I've worked on in a long time. I've done some before, but never to this level as well. So, this is a learning process for both of us. And also a quick tip, every time you dip your mitt back in your bucket, normally you would use the 2-bucket method, but I'm doing so much paint correction on this, I don't really think those little scratches matter. Maybe unpopular opinion, but whatever. But whenever you dip your mitt back in your bucket, I like to scrub it on your grit guard in the bottom. And that kind of helps get some of that surface dust, dirt off of the mitt. Just helps make the process a little better. And what I'm gonna do is keep it wet while I've still got soap on the top here and everywhere. I'm gonna keep it wet. While it's wet, I'm gonna come back over it with that scouring pad. Just gonna dip in the bucket and treat it like a normal sponge. And it's basically a clay bar. So, or basically you're using it like a clay bar. Alright, that's basically it. So I'm going to do the other side, and then we're going to do a walk around real quick when I'm done washing it, to just show you exactly everything that I'm looking at, everything I look at when I do a correction, and all that fancy stuff. Alright, I just want to show you this real quick. So I saw some beading still on there, so what I did is I sprayed some all clean, just degreaser on there, and or just a super surfactant heavy cleaner, and watch the soap. It might be very hard to pick up on camera, but it's coming off red, so which is good because I'm trying to get the most oxidation I can off before I start polishing. So I'd already washed it, so I sprayed some all clean on there. I let it sit for a couple seconds, and now I'm pressure washing it off. So just to get that last little bit of the water that's beating off, I don't want any protection on there when I start polishing, because it'll start gumming up your pad more than you need to, and this is already going to gum it up pretty bad. So let's finish this, and I'll show you what tools and products I'm going to use to polish it while it's drying. Alright, so while the car's drying, it's still wet, and that single stage paint, especially when there's zero protection on it, it's just going to suck up that water and it's just going to sit there. So you want it to be really completely dry before you start polishing. So I'm going to let it dry for a little bit and then come back with the blowgun and blow out the rest of the water. But while it's drying, I'm going to show you the exact tools and processes that I'm going to use. So first up, we got our rotary on our Optimum battery powered rotary. Now I've been using this, I did an RV this morning. Not just this morning, but I was working on it for a couple of days. But I've been using this. It doesn't have an insane amount of power. It revs up to 1600 RPMs a minute. Now that is pretty good. So it has enough power to do what it needs to do. And you see it's red. I've already used it on the test spot, which I'll show you in just a second. but I'm using the Rupes coarse wool pad on it, with it. So we got the battery powered rotary and the wool pad, and then I've got this from S&N Products. It is Big Bite. It's their heavy cut compound. Really, any heavy cut compound will do for something like this. Another good one is Minerva 400. Jess Carr has a good heavy cut, or Jess Carr, whatever. They have a good heavy cut. Just a heavy cut. I like this one. It smells good. They've also got one called Fast Cut. It smells like lemons. This one kind of smells like blueberries. Whatever, here nor there. Everyone else has their different processes that they use and ways that they polish paint. Next up, we've got same Optimum polisher. It is a dual action 21mm 6-inch backing plate, battery powered. Now again, I've used this one for a couple of days now. I just got them in. They are absolutely fantastic. I've been loving them. And this one, you can actually change the way the battery sits. I don't know exactly why you'd want to do that. It doesn't really change much of the polishing, but whatever floats your boat. But it does have speed 1 through 6, and it has plenty of power. Rotary is a little different, but your random orbital, the battery powered is plenty. You can do one whole car, just a quick paint enhancement with one battery, wax, whatever. It's great for those quick jobs. It's also got a good bit of power, so I'm going to use it on this one. Now, if these do run a battery, I've got my Max Shine 5-inch random orbital, and then my Makita corded rotary as well, with a white wool pad on it, dual-sided wool pad. And then I'm following it up with this wool pad. This is a heavy cut wool pad. Now, the reason that I'm following up with this wool pad instead of like a fine cut, this paint is not gonna come out perfect either way. It's got crow's feet in it, like I showed you earlier. We're looking for the best cut and finish that we can get with 2 steps. So long story short, this is a $1,200 job. I charge $100 a panel per step. So it's going to be 2 steps, cut, polish. So there's 6 panels-ish. It's almost dry. So it's going to be about $1,200. So, but we're going to finish it out the best we can. What we're using to do that is Minerva 3-in-1. It's cut, gloss, and wax. Shit. Turn that off. My ringer almost killed me in my ears. But this stuff is fantastic. It's comparable to Rupes Uno, but it does cut a little bit more than that. So this is fantastic stuff. I'm going to show you the test spot I did real quick, just to show you kind of the finish of it. Now, the wool pad, you might think it won't finish out as well. The wool pad does finish out well. Now, if I was doing something like, he's got a Tesla that I did not too long ago over there. If I was doing something like that Tesla, probably would not use that finish out on. But with this single stage paint, now I might switch to foam depending on how this finish comes out. But for now, this is what we're rocking. All wool. We want some heavy cut. We want to get this oxidation off and make it as pretty as we can with only 2 steps. I've talked about this in videos before, but sometimes you got to work with the budget and get the best you can for what you can do. So I'm going to go show you this test spot real quick. So this is the spot that I did earlier. Now, as you can tell, it came out fantastic. But the problem, I'm going to get my phone. I don't have my paint correction light with me, which is unfortunate because I could really use it today. But it broke and I didn't go get a new one. So I'm going to use my phone flashlight. You can see there's a little bit of haze left. Not a lot. Like I said, that wool pad finishes out fairly well. But the reason that I'm not worried about that finish, and I would have quoted more if this would have been the case, the reason I'm not worried about the complete finish of it, I just want to get as much gloss as I can out of it, which, yes, is part of actually finishing out and making it look pretty. But the reason I'm not worried about that is if you look really close, the entire car has crow's feet. Let's see if I can get it to focus. I don't think you're going to be able to see it on camera. But the whole car is cracking. So either way, you're not going to be able to, it's not going to finish out fantastic. This is his daily driver, so it doesn't need to be absolutely perfect. That's completely fine. But what we're doing is bringing it back to life so that he can maintenance it himself from there and make it look as pretty as we can with the least amount of steps as we can. I was going to wet sand, but doesn't need it. So anyway, it is dry now, as you can see, completely bone dry. Still super dull, but it does look better than it did before. Let me see here. He did a test spot for himself, but this is the before. It's not too bad, but it definitely needs some love. I run into a tree, but super cool car. Do we think that should be the thumbnail? No, because my hose is in the background. But let's get into it. I'm going to start on the hood just because that's the biggest surface area and I can get going and get some momentum going there. So we're going to start on the hood and then go from there. First, I'm going to clean up my mess from washing it, get my hose out of the way and all that good stuff. Soon I will be getting a van set up, which is going to be way better than what I've got right now. What I've got right now works fantastic and I'm very thankful for it, but the van's just better. So let's get into it. I hope my battery is charged enough to at least get going before I have to switch to corded. So see you in just a second. Definitely did too much. Alright, we're back and I'm ready to roll now, fueled up. So, I'm going to show you exactly what I see and what I'm looking at whenever I'm doing a correction. If you look close, it's very hard to show you exactly what I can see on camera. So obviously it looks way, way better than it did. Way better. Way better. I just can't stop saying it. It's going to be a great cover for this YouTube video. Alright. But let's see if I can catch it in the light. It's really just where I haven't wiped off yet. Okay. But there is still a little oxidation that I'm looking at. Oh, well. Yeah, just a little bit. But you can see that right there. Can't really see it on camera. But there's a slight bit of oxidation left behind. So we're going to try our best to get that. But again, we don't want to cut too deep. And single stage, you can't really tell when you're cutting too deep until you've cut too deep. Clear coat gives you some signs. This doesn't. So we're going to go ahead and keep on going. And I need to clean this pad out. And the way I'm going to do that is with a spur for big wool pads like rotary, and a all-purpose cleaner. Probably going to switch to foam eventually, maybe. I don't know, but we'll see as we go on. That's it. Nothing else. So right here, I actually thought that this was like paint splatter, or not paint splatter, like compound splattering everywhere. It's actually rock chips. Now, yeah, it's rock chips. Now how they got there, I don't know, because the wheels are in the fenders. So, whatever. But just something little. And wear a mask. These wool pads they sling so much dust everywhere. It's just not worth breathing it all in. And I have a beard, and it gets in my beard, and I hate that feeling. So, but I'm just going to go through the rest of it now. But I'm going to stop switching every panel. I'm just going to, I don't know, I'm just going to keep doing the way I'm doing the rotary, going 2 steps at the same time. So I'm just going to keep doing that for right now. So can't forget the earbuds. You got to get the earbuds in, and you got to vibe. If you're curious what kind of music I listen to, I'm listening to Upchurch right now. But normally when I'm detailing, I listen to lo-fi music. Which, if you've never detailed lo-fi music, it's a must. Also, I look like I killed somebody. I got blood all, like, little red paint all over me. Alright, I got tired of getting a new battery every 5 seconds. The batteries do last a long time, I just forgot to charge them. So we're switching to the Makita with the white wool. It's about the same cut, so we're not really changing we're not really changing much of anything up. Just what we're using is just corded. We are going way slower because max speed on the battery powered one is 1600 RPMs, and 3 on this one is 1500. So we're going to speed 3.
Just a spoonful a day. Spoonful, spoonful. The doctor says it's okay. Spoonful, spoonful. Just a spoonful a day. Spoonful, spoonful. The doctor says it's okay.
With rotary is to throw it full throttle and push down and just cut. But notice how I didn't stay in one spot really at all. I moved pretty quickly. One, that's because I already cut it once. And 2 is because I'm trying to keep it cool. Now I'm trying to, there we go. I'm not trying to cut super deep, because I do want to still leave them some in the future, and the paint's already failing. So we're being as gentle as we can here.
Spoonful, spoonful, just a spoonful a day. Spoonful, spoonful, the doctor says it's okay. Spoonful, spoonful, just a spoonful a day. Spoonful, spoonful, the doctor says it's okay. It's okay.
Alright, we're done with the cut. It did take me a little bit longer than I would have liked, mainly because I stopped to go get lunch. I wanted to do the second step at the same time. I was just... oh, my beard looks weird. It just took me a little longer than I wanted to, but that's alright. Also, look at this. Silver's blue. And if you want to know why you want to wear a mask, look at that. It's red. Would have breathed all that in. But, cut is done. But as you can see... oh shit, you can't really see it on camera. There. It's absolutely filthy. Like super dirty. And it looks dull because of how dirty it is. Now, what I'm gonna do is actually give it another wash. Just a quick wash. I'm not gonna use any degreasers. I'm gonna use just straight soap and give it a quick wash to get all that dust off, the rest of the compound off, so that then we can come back, finish up real quick with the second step, go around, and that'll be done. But I am gonna have to come back tomorrow because it is got like an hour left of daylight. But I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow to get in here, in all the little spots there, some areas like around this door handle and this back bumper here. So I have to come back tomorrow to get all that intricate stuff. I want a PXE80, Pixie, whatever you want to call it. My back really hurts, so I'm gonna sit down. I don't have one of those, so I'm gonna use a drill brush and a pad attachment, and that should get it. And anything else that I missed, I'll come back tomorrow and finish up. But right now I'm about to wash it for the last time, and then we're going to go to the wax. Well, that two-step wax, so it'll be the cut and the wax at the same time. And I am going to go back over. Oh, I got a blister from my rotary. They do get hot. Wear gloves. You should anyway. I am going to go back over the spots that I did before with the wax. Maybe, depending. I'm going to see how it looks when I wash it. And hopefully, after I wash it, hopefully the shine doesn't go away. Which is something that can happen because if you don't cut enough. But I don't think that's going to happen. I hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, I'm going to wash it, quit yapping, and I'll see you in a second whenever I start the second step. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below about that first step. I know I didn't go into great detail. Cutting with the rotary is the same whenever you're doing it on basically anything. I've got tons of other videos on that. The finishing step is going to be a little bit more important here. The cutting step took a lot longer than the finishing step, mainly because there's so much to cut. But it is starting to sprinkle again, so I am going to finish up the wash real quick, and then like I said, I'm going to come back to the wax, and I'll explain more when we get to that point. But since we're at like kind of the midpoint of the video, probably close to the end of the video, go ahead and subscribe. You've made it pretty far. Go down there, subscribe, like, leave a comment. If you have any questions, leave a comment. You just want to say hi, leave a comment. If you're just bored, say you're bored, whatever. And if you enjoyed this video or not. But I am going to do the wash and quit talking. Oh, paint corrections are not for the weak-backed. Alright, I just started sprinkling again, which is very unfortunate because I was about to start doing the last step. But, as you can see, this thing looks way better than it did. Way better. Now, I am going to let this rain subside because it's about to leave. It is almost sunset, so I'm going to try and finish this step today, so that when I come back tomorrow, I get finished within like an hour. Because I've got church in the morning, right after this. So, I really hope this rain stops soon, because right now it is 5:43 and sunset is in 20 minutes. So I have to push through this pretty quick, but thankfully this step is very quick. You don't have to push it very hard. I'm not going to video very much of it because I do need to get it done before the sunset, but I'll try my best to get the best I can. But the only thing you need to remember is left, right, up, down, around speed 4-ish, depending on what polish you're using. With this, you want to start out about speed 3 and then left, right, and then go to speed about 4 or 5-ish, and then go up and down. And then you're good to go. Then you wipe it off. I'm going to do the whole 1/2 of the car at a time because it is a wax. You want to let it sit for a little bit. So that'll make it go a lot faster. So, but let's get into it. And you can see I have a clean pad right now. I just pressure washed it and got it good to go. Got a fully charged battery and our Minerva 3-in-1. So we're ready to go. We're gonna push through it real quick and hopefully get mostly done, or all the way done, but mostly done for what we need to get done today. But all right, dadgummit, I must have I don't know how I'm gonna wash this shirt. Probably not gonna wash this shirt. It's just gonna be a dirty work shirt. Alright, finished that car this morning. I finished it before I had church this morning. All I had left to do was a front back bumper. I cleaned up a couple of spots that I didn't completely wipe off. So, didn't really have much left to do, but finished it up. I just got done giving a quote on a boat. Hopefully I'll get them on schedule next week. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a blast doing that car. It was really, I don't get to do kind of older cars like that very often. Now, I will say, basically everywhere on the paint job, it was a repaint, but everywhere on the paint job was crow's feet. There were crow's feet. The whole paint job was cracking, so there wasn't an insane amount of stuff that I could do. I didn't want to wet sand. I didn't want to. I couldn't do the whole 9 yards, so that's why I only went with a 2-step. But I think it turned out fantastic. So right after this, I'm gonna throw up some videos of the car. And while you're watching that, go ahead, go like and subscribe. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I put a lot of work into that car, and I try to put a lot of work into my YouTube videos as well. And I'm gonna try to get them more consistently out. So, but go like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a great day. Make it worth a double take.